Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my friends, and welcome back to Westpol, the home of explanation of the Holy Qur'an from a Shia perspective. Two different explanations are used. Today's explanation is by Al-Mizan, while the other are by Ayatollah Puya Yazdi. If you are new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing to support this work of bringing to you the explanation of the Holy Qur'an. Also consider sharing this with anyone who might benefit from it, be they Sunni, Shia or non-Muslim. Thank you, and let's start.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim.
In the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Ever-Merciful, this surah was revealed in Medina and consists of 11 verses. It explains how humans are ungrateful to their Lord and hanker after material good. Since they are cognizant of this trait, it will be an argument against them on the Day of Judgment, and they will be held accountable for it. This chapter was revealed in Medina, as one can see from the oaths in it, such as, by the snorting chargers. These oaths apparently refer to the horses of the cavalry, as we shall discuss below. Jihad was ordained only after the Prophet's migration to Medina. This view is supported by Shia narrations from the Imams, saying that the surah was revealed about Imam Ali and his army in the Battle of Dat al-Salasil. Some Sunni narrations also support this, which will be discussed in our examination of narrations below, God willing. First verse.
Wal-Adiyat dabha.
By the snorting, dab chargers, al-Adiyat from Aud. Aud means galloping, running quickly. Dab is the sound of horses' breaths as they race along. Typically, it is used for horses, although some say that it is also used for other animals. The verse means, I swear by the horses which are rushing along and panting hard. Two other suggested views are, the verse is about the camels of pilgrims which carry their riders from Muzdalifah to Mina on the day of sacrifice. It refers to war camels. Comment, the descriptions in the subsequent verses do not suit camels. Second verse.
فَالْمُورِيَاتِ قَدْحًا.
By the strikers fulmuriate from era of sparks with their hoofs. Kaidhan. Tra means causing fire, igniting, kindling. Kad means hitting, striking. When one makes a fire by striking two things, it is said Gadaha Ara. Here, it means the sparks that fly when the hooves of horses hit stones and the pebbly ground. Other suggested meanings for error include people's plots in war, kindling fire of war, the tongues of people which kindle fires of animosity and destruction through the enormity of their speech. Comment, the weakness of these views should be clear given the context. Third verse.
فَالْمُغِيرَاتِ صُبْحًا.
By the raiders, Fol Magarat, from Igara at dawn. Igara and Gara mean making a surprise attack on the enemy with cavalry. It is a quality of the horse riders, hence its applications to the horses in this verse is figurative. The verse means, I swear by the horses attacking the enemy by surprise at dawn. Some exegetes have said, the verse refers to the camels which rise and carry their riders from Muzdalifah to Mina on the day of sacrifice, because it is recommended that they wait till the morning before they move. According to this view, Aghara would express how fast they urge the camels along. However, this conflicts with the apparent meaning of Aghara. Fourth verse.
فَأَثَرْنَ بِهِ نَقْعًا.
Raising Fayathana from Ithara there in a trail of dust, naked. Ithara means kicking up dust or the like. Nak means dust. The meaning is, the horses strike up clouds of dust as they gallop and raid. Fifth verse.
فَوَسَطْنَ بِهِ جَمْعًا.
And penetrating Fawazatna from waist by it, bihi a host. Wast is synonymous with torsat, being in the midst of, interposing. There are two possible meanings for the verse depending on how by it is interpreted. 1. They appeared in the midst of the enemy forces at dawn. 2. They appeared in the midst of the crowd covered by dust. Some have suggested that the verse describes the camels which appear in the midst of the crowd in Mina. However, the reader should realize by now that, given the words used in these 5 verses, they cannot plausibly be matched with the camels of the pilgrims, Moving from Muzaddalifah to Mina, the surest view is that the verses pertain to the horses of the warrior Zern in the way of God. And the context of these verses, especially and by the raiders at Dornan, and penetrating by it a host, clarify that what is meant is the warriors themselves, though God swears by their charging horses. The Letafah so then, therefore, at the beginning of each verses show the sequence of the events. 6th verse.
إن الإنسان لربه لكنود.
Indeed, man, al-Insan, is ungrateful, lakana, to his Lord. Kanad is synonymous with kafir, ungrateful. This verse can be compared to, indeed, man is very ungrateful, la kafur. The verse speaks of the aspect of human nature which leads them to pursue their desires and immerse in worldly pleasures. As a result, they cease to be grateful to their Lord for what he has blessed them with. The verse criticizes those who were raided since they were ungrateful for the blessing of Islam that God had sent them. This is the greatest blessing, because with it comes a goodly life here and eternal bliss in the hereafter. 7th verse.
وإنه على ذلك لشهيد.
And indeed, he is himself witness to that. To maintain consistency across the verses, the pronoun must refer to al-Insan, man, the human being. It means that people are aware of carrying the ungrateful gene. Being witness here means observing a reality, not testifying to it in a court. The meaning is human beings carry this knowledge that they are ungrateful toward their Lord. Hence, the verse is comparable to, rather, man is very insightful over himself. Some exegetes hold that the pronoun refers to God, but the context does not support this. 8th verse.
وإنه لحب الخير لشديد.
And he is indeed avid, shadid in the love, hub of good or care. Exegetes have offered two interpretations for this verse. Because of their intense love for wealth, people are greedy and stingy. Humans are enamored by wealth, and that dissuades them from paying God's due and spending in the way of God. However, perhaps care signifies good in its unqualified sense. The meaning is, loving one's good and interest is inherent in humankind. The problem is when the people come across the dazzling display and adornments of this world and take that to be their good. This attraction diverts them from being grateful to their Lord. 9th, 10th and 11th verses.
أفلا يعلم إذا بعثر ما في القبور وحصل ما في الصدور إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير.
Does he not know, when what is in the graves is turned over, Bathira from Bathara, and what is in the breast is divulged, Hasila Mafail Suda, indeed their Lord will be best aware of them on that day. Bathara, like Bathara, means resurrecting, arousing, dispersing. The verse literally says, when what is in the breasts is obtained. This means distinguishing and classifying what people hold within, such as belief or disbelief, benevolence or malevolence. God says, on the day when the secrets are examined. Another suggested meaning is, the secrets that have been concealed in the breasts will be revealed so that people are requited for them, just as they are requited for their outward deeds. Do they not know? This is a rhetorical question that conveys rebuke. The object of knowing is an omitted sentence that is implied by the context. Then the verse starts a new sentence which emphasizes the rebuke. What is in the graves is turned over, referring to their bodies. The meaning is, and God knows best. Do they not know that their ingratitude toward their Lord has consequences that they shall face and be requited for? When their bodies are taken out of their graves, and everything inside their souls, such as belief and disbelief, obedience and disobedience, is extracted, then their Lord will be well aware of them. Thus he will requite them for it all. Examining narrations, the messenger of God sent an army detachment to one of the branches of Kinana tribe and appointed Al-Mundar bin Amr al-Ansari, who was one of the tribal chiefs. as its commander. When they did not return on time, the hypocrites said, "They have been all killed." So God informed about them by revealing, by the snorting chargers. Imam al-Sadiq said, this surah was revealed when the Prophet sent Imam Ali on the operation Dat al-Salasil, where he defeated the enemy. That was after several other companions had been sent there, but had returned to the Messenger of God without success. Authors comment, Mojama al-Bayan adds, this battle was named Dat al-Salasil, shattered because the enemy was widely slain and taken captive. Their hands were tied from the back with ropes, as if they were fettered in chains. Or 3. When this surah was revealed, the Messenger of God led the morning prayer for the people and recited this surah in it. When he finished, the companions said, "We had not heard this surah before." The Messenger of God said, "That is right. Indeed, Ali triumphed over the enemies of God, and Gabriel brought me its good news last night." After a few days, Ali returned with war booty and prisoners. That brings us to the end of this wonderful surah that serves to remind us about human ingratitude and our attachment to wealth. It critiques humanity's distraction by materialism and warns of the day of judgment when all hidden deeds and intentions will be revealed. The surah emphasizes the importance of gratitude to God and accountability for one's actions. It is also linked to historical battles, symbolizing faith and dedication in serving God. I hope you enjoy this. May Allah bless you. Take care.